In the TV series Brooklyn Nine-Nine, a prominent and frequently heard expression is the rallying cry of 9-9, often initiated by Terry within the squad. While it may seem like this spirited chant has been part of the precinct's culture for a considerable duration, its inception didn't actually stem from the minds of the show's creators. Terry Crews, one of the actors, actually conceived the chant himself, employing it to boost the team's morale before arduous days of filming. The show's writers soon caught on and began incorporating it into the storyline, and now, it has become an integral and inseparable part of the daily routine at the 99th Precinct. Jake and Amy's romantic involvement was evident from the start, originating as a bet but carrying an inevitable attraction between these contrasting personalities. Their relationship blossomed into an utterly endearing couple. Adding to the charm, a framed picture of Jake and Amy adorns Jake's desk in the Halloween episode. What's not widely known is that this photo is a genuine snapshot of the actors, playfully enjoying their time on set, sourced directly from Melissa Fumero's Instagram. This delightful detail only amplifies the sweetness of the photo on Jake's desk. For fans wishing that the romantic connection between Jake and Amy extended beyond the show, unfortunately, reality differs. Both actors are happily married to other individuals, each with their own families. Interestingly, Melissa Fumero's family has made unexpected appearances on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. During Season 3, when Melissa was pregnant, the show creatively integrated her pregnancy into the storyline. Initially concealing it with clever disguises, the narrative eventually had Amy pretend to be pregnant for an undercover operation within a women's prison. This inventive twist ensured Amy's presence on the screen even during Melissa's pregnancy. As her third trimester coincided with the season's end, she could then tend to her family during the break. Indeed, Melissa Fumero's family has made notable appearances on the show, and this isn't an exaggeration. In reality, Melissa is married to actor David Fumero, whom she met while working on the ABC soap opera One Life to Live. The clever writers of Brooklyn Nine-Nine seized the opportunity to feature David in a fantastic cameo. In the episode titled The Puzzle Master, David took on the role of Vince Thermally, a crossword puzzle maestro and part-time bathing suit model with a charmingly attractive personal, a delightful surprise for fans once they recognize him in this entertaining guest appearance. Do you possess the stereotypical physique of a puzzle creator? As for Captain Holt, he's undoubtedly one of the finest bosses in TV history, both on screen and off. While it took a few episodes for the character to fully unfold, he has evolved remarkably over the seasons and now stands as an epitome of excellence. Would you like to know how I genuinely responded? Yes, I was enthusiastic. Although he typically maintains a composed demeanor, subtle hints scattered around the office showcase his playful and proud nature. For instance, the stack of binders in his office arranged to mirror the colors of the Rainbow Pride flag. Moreover, Gina's desk also features a similar arrangement of binders, adding to the subtle yet powerful representation. You've been instrumental in helping me rediscover my happiness. Brooklyn Nine-Nine pays meticulous attention to the characters' off-screen lives, ensuring consistency in their development. In a memorable instance from Season 1, Captain Holt acquired a pair of puppies he sought to rehome, coinciding with Charles's return to the precinct after an injury. Holt ultimately gifted the puppies to Charles, brightening his day. Remarkably, in a later episode during Season 2, when Jake attempted to secretly support Terry's growing family by repaying his debts to colleagues, Charles returned with the now fully grown dogs for Jake to care for, a brilliant display of continuity. Additionally, there's a noteworthy moment involving Charles and a cherished possession that changes hands, further illustrating the show's commitment to maintaining intricate continuity. Charles, unfortunately, endured romantic challenges, navigated through several breakups in a not-so-subtle manner until finding stability in his love life a few seasons ago. A recurring motif in Charles's breakups on the show revolves around his food dehydrator. This element first appeared when Vivian returned it to him during their breakup, and the same happened when he parted ways with Gina. The return of the food dehydrator symbolizes the finality of their decisions. The show often incorporates details from the actors' lives to add authenticity to the characters. For instance, the childhood connection between Jake and Gina mirrors the real-life friendship between Andy Samberg and Chelsea Peretti. In fact, they were close friends since elementary school, as evidenced by a remarkable photo of them together in a car on their way to their 6th grade graduation. Their enduring friendship spans several decades. An intriguing facet of the show is the integration of Terry Crews' real-life artistic talent into his character, Sergeant Terry. Throughout the series, we witness Sergeant Terry showcasing his impressive painting and drawing abilities, be it creating artwork for his daughters or sketching suspects. In reality, Terry Crews is a notably skilled artist and has demonstrated his talents on various late-night shows. Interestingly, before embarking on his successful acting career, he worked as a courtroom illustrator, providing a striking parallel to his character on 9/9 and adding a fascinating layer of authenticity to the role. This hidden talent adds depth to the portrayal of Sergeant Terry on the show. Discussing Terry, the artist, in an early episode of Season 1, Terry astounds everyone by creating an exceptional portrait of Captain Holt, leaving Amy puzzled. Holt, however, declines to hang it in his office, leading Amy and Terry to feel slighted. In truth, Holt's reluctance stems from his humility. He doesn't wish to display a portrait of himself in his own workspace. Yet the portrait isn't discarded. In subsequent seasons, whenever we glimpse into his husband Kevin's office, the portrait proudly graces the background, a subtle and meaningful acknowledgement of the portrait's value. It's hardly a surprise to many that the standout aspect of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is its ensemble cast. Notably, the show's creator, Michael Schur, has an impressive track record, having been at the helm of the American version of The Office, an undisputed titan in the realm of workplace comedies. However, his brilliance extends beyond that, with hits like Parks and Recreation, The Good Place, the initial season of Master of None, and contributions to Saturday Night Live. With such a rich background, it's clear that Schur possesses the expertise to assemble an eclectic group of characters, place them in what may seem like an ordinary workplace, and spin comedic gold from the ensemble's chemistry. While Gina's character in the show boasts involvement in various dance troupes like Dancy Reagan and Flow Orgasm, what might truly surprise fans is that a cast member, not Chelsea Peretti as one might expect, but Stephanie Beatriz, is actually part of a dance troupe in real life. This intriguing fact would likely prompt her character Rosa Diaz to execute an eye roll of such magnitude, they'd be lost forever. The writers of Brooklyn Nine-Nine are undeniably skilled in crafting both humorous and heartfelt storylines and dialogue. What may surprise some is the significant amount of improvisation that occurs on set, seamlessly integrated into the scripts. Given the talented ensemble of actors, it would be a missed opportunity not to let them infuse their own creativity into the lines. Typically, they follow a process where they cover a scene according to the written script a few times and then grant the actors the liberty to improvise during a take, aiming to discover even funnier and more authentic moments. Hollywood is indeed a peculiar realm where much of what you witness isn't as it seems. A striking illustration of this is evident in a show like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, seemingly rooted in New York City but filmed in Los Angeles. Despite the characters often seen in heavy leather jackets and jeans, they're actually braving the outdoor Los Angeles heat. While the interior scenes of the precinct are carefully crafted within a studio, the show utilizes a real functioning police station for many exterior shots. Additionally, Certain wide-angle shots showcasing the precinct building are authentic captures of the 78th Precinct in New York City. The creators of Brooklyn Nine-Nine aimed for authenticity in portraying police work on the show. Beyond simply coordinating stunts for visual appeal, they ensured the actors underwent genuine police training before filming commenced. The objective was to infuse realism into the characters' roles, considering the show's structure where, apart from their comedic antics, the cops and detectives of the 99 are portrayed as highly competent professionals. The cast participated in a boot camp with the Glendale Police Department, immersing themselves in learning essential police procedures, including firearm handling, arrest protocols, and other vital aspects, to bring credibility to their performances. Gina's character in Brooklyn Nine-Nine often asserts her correctness on a multitude of matters, typically leading to favorable outcomes. In a specific Season 5 episode, Charles desires to join a group chat with the rest of the gang, only to reveal that he is an exceptionally poor texter. This deficiency prompts Gina to comically express her preference to be hit by a bus rather than be in a text chain with him. Intriguingly, towards the end of the episode, Gina receives a text from Charles, and coincidentally, a bus suddenly appears and hits her, adding a humorous twist to the storyline. For Brooklyn Nine-Nine fans born after 1990, a notable pop culture reference might have gone unnoticed. Terry Jeffords, a loving and devoted father, prioritizes his children above all else, evident in the whimsical efforts he makes for them, such as constructing a fairy princess castle. However, this dedication to his cop work is also profound, and he showcases it by naming his twin daughters Cagney and Lacey. For those unfamiliar with the reference, Cagney and Lacey were a pair of female detectives depicted in a popular 1980s TV series, portraying their endeavors in New York City to apprehend criminals. It's not surprising to discover that Andre Braugher, the actor behind Captain Holt, possesses a background in classical dramatic training. He graduated from the esteemed Juilliard School in New York City, where he delved into the works of renowned playwrights like Shakespeare and Chekhov. What might astonish fans is that Brooklyn Nine-Nine marked Braugher's initial foray into comedy. Prior to the show, his roles predominantly leaned towards serious and dramatic characters. Fortunately, the show provided him the opportunity to explore the comedic side, which he embraced wholeheartedly. Braugher reveals that the essence of Holt's humor lies in the fact that Holt himself doesn't perceive his own humor and finds it unintentional. Captain Holt consistently maintains a serious and intense demeanor throughout the series. As an amusing quirk, he once humorously insisted on being referred to as Val. As previously mentioned, the show's writers often draw elements from the actors' real lives to enhance their characters. Amy's character, portrayed as a notoriously bad dancer, showcases this well. The episode where Amy engages in a dance-off with her brother, played by Lin-Manuel Miranda, underscores her lack of dancing prowess. However, in reality, Melissa is a skilled dancer with years of training, even teaching dance classes before her acting career took off. This contrast emphasizes her acting prowess, effectively embodying a character with significantly different dancing abilities from her own. Many of us can't envision anyone else portraying the beloved characters in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, especially with Andy Samberg at the heart of it all. However, surprisingly, Samberg almost declined the role that eventually became one of his most cherished. After enduring the demanding experience of Saturday Night Live for 7 years, he sought a change and desired the relatively more relaxed schedule of feature films. When he received an early script for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he recognized its exceptional quality and couldn't resist being a part of it, ultimately leading him to sign on for the iconic role. The show's exceptional attention to detail is truly commendable, and there's a delightful example from Season 1 that stands out. In a memorable storyline, Amy and Jake engage in a bet over who can make the most arrests. If Amy wins, she gets Jake's cherished car, but if Jake wins, he earns the opportunity to take Amy on a date. As fate would have it, Jake emerges victorious, and he orchestrates what's supposed to be a horrendous date with Amy. The date kicks off with Jake sending Amy a blue dress to wear, connecting it to his first teenage crush, setting the stage for this humorously awkward date. The show's costume department showcased remarkable attention to detail, evident in a later season when a flashback to Jake's bar mitzvah reveals his crush, Jenny Gildenhorn, wearing the exact same dress he later asked Amy to wear on their supposed terrible date. This clever connection adds depth to the storyline, highlighting the show's meticulous planning. In Season 1, an ongoing rivalry between the police department and the fire department, led by their captain portrayed by Patton Oswalt, is introduced. The rivalry unfolds in an intense football tournament, initially intended for fun but quickly escalating into a fiercely competitive event. As expected, Terry emerges as the standout athlete, even though his competitive spirit shines through as he showcases his skills. It was surprising to discover that this rivalry, especially Terry's prowess in sports, is a nod to Terry Crews' prior career as a professional football player in the NFL before transitioning into acting. His real-life background adds an authentic touch to the dynamic and competitive nature portrayed on the show. Brooklyn Nine-Nine stands out for not adhering to the conventional trajectory that many TV shows face, where just reaching the development stage is a challenge. The series has defied the odds, smoothly progressing from pilot production to successful episodes without facing the typical hurdles encountered by most TV shows. Mike Schur's creative genius is certainly evident in his success with TV comedies. When he pitched the idea of a Parks and Recreation-style show set among police officers in New York to various networks, the response was overwhelmingly enthusiastic. An intense bidding war ensued, ultimately won by Fox, setting the stage for what would become a highly successful series. Oddly enough, despite the show's immense popularity and success, Fox attempted to cancel Brooklyn Nine-Nine after an incredibly fruitful 5 seasons. However, the show was rescued by NBC, demonstrating its enduring appeal, and it continues to captivate audiences on the network. Gina is famously known for always being glued to her phone, especially when swamped with work. However, she's not the sole character with a smartphone addiction. In a surprising turn of events in Season 1, it's revealed that even Captain Holt is engrossed in a game called Quasi Cupcakes, and Gina aids him in overcoming this addiction. Initially a parody of the widely popular Candy Crush, Quasi Cupcakes has since become a real downloadable game, allowing fans to indulge in it, much like Captain Holt and Gina, adding an amusing real-life dimension to the show. When Amy and Jake ventured on their first genuine non-bed date, they opted to proceed cautiously to avoid potential awkwardness from dating while working together. However, during dinner, they struggled to navigate this entirely new dynamic and found themselves at a loss on how to interact. Their solution? 4 shots each, a decision that quickly derailed their initial plan of taking things slow. This amusing turn of events further solidifies Brooklyn Nine-Nine's position as one of the best comedies on TV. If there are any incredible details we missed, feel free to share them in the comments. Don't forget to hit subscribe to stay updated.